again, BAMFNation. It is Revidescent84 as usual, and I'm here to finish up my first series of lyrics videos because I love doing these. These are some of my favorite things to do, actually, because I think it's the most fun. Because there's never a shortage, there's never a dry spell of stupid artists writing stupid lyrics, and that line had 5 writers. 5. It took 5 writers to come up with that gem, and the one's like, you're comparing your heart to a lightning bolt. I think if your heart feels like it got hit by a lightning bolt, you probably should go see a doctor, probably mid-stroke. But besides that, just the lyric in itself is absolutely ridiculous. No, I've never felt like a plastic bag blowing in the wind, I'm afraid. In what way should I feel like a plastic bag? Am I recyclable? Can you put household items and groceries in me? I'm flimsy and easy to rip? I don't know, you can find me laying in a gutter somewhere with some disposed cigarette butts and a condom? I don't know what you mean, I really don't. Also, it's more of her typical pseudo-affirmative drivel, which just pisses me off. Just like she did with her new song, Roar, which, by the way, I have a personal thing against because she ripped off a much better artist and song to make Roar. Sarah Bareilles should sue her. She really should, because it's a total ripoff of Brave. But anyway, just like that, just like Part of Me, any of those songs, it's all fake female empowerment. That's the only way that you can dress like a hooker and get a goddamn #1 record in the States right now. It's ridiculous.
My guidance counselor said that same thing, you know, that I don't have to feel like a waste of space. But when Katy Perry says it, and she has fireworks coming out of her boobs, kind of gives me a special feeling, you know.
You're more like that part of the song before where she's talking about the plastic bag floating around, but like if it floated into a trash can, and then a bunch of stinky homeless dudes peed all over it.
Little Wayne, must you be so hostile and in such a hurry to use the bathroom? You can't pull rank just because you've taken number 2. That's not how things work in any household.
Hey! Come on out of there! I got an emergency here! Come on, man! Come on out of there! Come on out of there! Get the fuck out of my face, damn it!
Plus, grammatically speaking, if you were the shit, shouldn't the lyric follow with "get me out of the toilet"? Apparently, as it tends to happen naturally to most people, once he finished being the shit, he got hungry again. Check out the next lyric. After having it brought to my attention that yes, I fucking get it, that the G's creep sound like lasagnas because the G in lasagna is silent. Still, it's a stretch. It's not as clever as he thinks it is. And even then, really, it's a butchered, bastardized lyric stolen from a Notorious B.I.G. song who is a much better rapper in general. He's in the top 10 rappers of all time, pretty much anybody will tell you on a list. He basically up and lifted the lyric from his song that said, what was it? Bad boys creep in silence and violence. That makes sense. That's intimidating. Calling somebody fucking lasagna is not intimidating. You sound like Garfield. What the hell's wrong with you? But I love how he's a lyrical psycho shitting and eating. I just think that's hilarious. Then again, I can make an entire video on bad Lil Wayne lyrics. It wouldn't take much. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Where do I even start with why this lyric is so bad? I mean, blatantly and obviously it's nonsensical at best. And you can tell, like, it's that sad kind of bad, where you know she was really, really, really proud of penning that. Like, because you can read the rest of the lyrics and they're not really that even attempting to be deep, but that one you know that she just, like, slammed the pen down, like, I'm done! Like, she knew she was just done with the song at that point. That was, like, the best line she could come up with. And probably, in her little fairy dust, Lisa Frank, I'm forever 14-year-old world, it probably is a good lyric to her. But she exists in her own Mimi world galaxy thing, and we exist on ours. free of floating fairy pixies and unicorns and anything else that a 4-year-old girl would draw in a sketch pad. But seeing right through you like you're bathing in Windex. That wouldn't make you see through them. I mean, first of all, unless you have a clear bathtub, the bathtub's in the way, so you wouldn't see through. You'd have a really clean bathtub, probably. I mean, the only thing you'd really notice, unless you have some magical Windex I've never seen that makes people erase, in which case I fucking want some. I can make some people go away. But in which case, it wouldn't succeed in any of that. All you'd probably notice is that the recipient of the Windex bath would smell like household cleaning solvent. Or would you call that wind eau de toilette? Thirdly, before I go on to the next song, this song was written as a supposed response. I say supposed because we're unclear whose sister we're going with here. I'm going with Eminem's. But supposed that she wrote the song as a retaliation to Eminem's accusations of them sleeping together and that she was a stupid drunk bimbo. Now, Mariah, we already know you're crazy, dear. Now we also know you're stupid. Who in their right mind would pick a fight with the guy who made his career penning diss tracks? This one's gonna be a twofer, because I couldn't settle for just one lyric here. And they're from the same song, which makes it even better to have two bad lyrics in one song. And really, I could probably go with 10 lyrics from this song, but I'm just picking the worst two. And it was really tough getting just a smidgen of Train lyrics. I mean, without going through their entire discography. Mainly because you hear the other ones so often when the subject of bad lyrics comes up. We heard about how he's really serious about his food because he compares his favorite women to soy lattes and deep fried chicken. We've heard about how he compares his women to his favorite has-been 80s singers. For some reason, this dude is every bit as lame as he looks because he listens to Mr., and Winger. Isn't that the bands that Stewart got his ass kicked for listening to on Beavis and Butthead? Anyway. So first one, My Love For You went viral. Now granted, I know this is a newer song. It came out like last year. I get that, but still. In the best way you intend the lyrics to come off as, it just sounds cheesy and like an old man trying too hard to sound cool and young. In the worst case scenario, when people listen to this song 20 years from now, it's not going to hold its age well. You're going to have kids that have something other than YouTube by then, probably, and the whole My Love For You went viral line isn't going to mean what you want it to mean, dude. They're going to think that you have an STD, you have the crabs, or you have the gonorrhea, or the clap, or something.
It's a down there problem.
Al, you have an advanced case of pixelation.
What is it? Is that viral or bacterial? What is that?
No, and any dude talking about just looking for a 2-ply hefty sack to hold my love is freaking gross. I'm sorry. That's the nastiest sexual metaphor I've ever heard. I don't care how you try to define it or exemplify it. Even if you try to say 2-ply tissue, that just sounds gross too. It's like I'm sure he's got a lot of practice with wet Kleenex. It doesn't matter. One more thing. You 50-year-old moronic AOR Methuselah, button your goddamn shirt up. No one wants to see your Austin Powers looking chest hair on display in every single music video for the last 20 years.
You are hairy like animal. Go, baby.
Back to really bad diss tracks, this one takes the cake though. This is worse than the Mariah Carey one. It's like, when you're trying to be the aggressor in a rap feud, hip-hop beef, so to say, you can come off as a little more aggressive and a little more intimidating than put my hands on you like a spa massage. Like, see, if I was a little more square, and a little less cool, you know, and if I was one of those people who didn't listen to any rap music, I'd sign up for that in a heartbeat. I'd be like, oh sweet, you're a masseuse? I'll take that. I need a pedicure. Like, I would think that was like a olive branch or some kind of peace treaty. I wouldn't think that was a threat at all. I'll give you a spa massage. Sweet! You have like a gift certificate somewhere? And I'm not taking sides on that one. As far as I'm concerned, they both need to get shit back to whatever planet they came from. Both Lil' Kim and Nicki Minaj. I could care less. Like, if they had a street fight and killed each other, the world would be a better place for it. There's no difference between the two hardly. They're both rapidly aging, washed up, minimally talented rappers. One that has a slightly less abrasive voice and slightly more original gimmick. Oh, and I will say that Lil' Kim actually had a really good album with hardcore, and I think it actually got 5 mics, if I'm recalled, by Pitchfork, and Nicki Minaj hasn't accomplished that yet, because she's too busy writing stuff like, I putt-putt, I suck balls too, and starships are meant to fly. Peace treaty, I wouldn't think that was a threat at all. I'll give you a spa massage. Sweet! You have like a gift certificate somewhere? And whoa, man. That's deep. Like condensation on my window deep. Damn, man, they laid that down, didn't they?
All we are is dust in the wind, dude.
Only time will tell if we stand the test of time. These are the kind of guys you can't leave unattended at a gas station by themselves. Something really horrible of consequential value might actually happen if they're left by themselves for more than 5 minutes. I know, I discussed Bono and his awful lyrics in the last video, but I just couldn't pass up this one. I mean, it gives you the just wonderfully entertaining mental image of Bono precariously sniffing babies' heads because they smell like freedom. It sounds like a very, like, a redneck justification for doing something. I smell that baby's head because it smells like America! Except for him, he's probably drunk because he's Irish, and his mate shouts him to sniff a baby's head. I don't know. Deduce your own solutions. Tell me. On a somewhat related tangent, if somebody has a jar of hearts they're collecting in their, like, closet or basement somewhere, you should probably call the fucking popo, 'cause that's some Billy Bob shit right there. That's some puts a lotion on skin and throw you in a hole stuff right there. You're gonna catch a cold from the ice inside your soul. Nope, I'm pretty sure that's not how anatomy and physiology works. I'm pretty sure, no, chemistry or any of that doesn't work that way. Biology, no, none of them work that way, Christina. You can't catch a cold from your body temperature being lowered. Science has proven that. Otherwise, you're just spouting an old wives' tale from like 100 years ago, an archaic thing your mother used to say. And how would you have a body temperature that low anyway that you would I mean, you'd have to be below freezing. You'd have to be like 33 degrees or under. That's like some severe hypothermia right there. He'd be like completely frostbitten and blackened. He'd look like Adam Sandler's foot in Mr. Deeds, except for like all over. I don't know, I just find it really ludicrous. That and the song is really ineffective because I think of Jar of Hearts. I think of those like nasty, chalky conversation hearts and say shit like, "You're so hot" with a W, or "Call me big boy." Oh Oh my gosh, that's the problem with these videos. I can't take any of these lyrics seriously. And the sad thing is, it's another one of those that falls into the category of you knew she thought that shit was deep and intellectual when she wrote it. You know, she thought that was some Rhodes Scholar bullshit right there. When in fact, any mother can tell you their 6th grade daughter writes the exact same shit in their diaries and leaves it around the house whenever they break up with their first relationship.
If life is so fair, why do roses have thorns?
Yeah, it comes off as very dreadfully emo. I mean, it's the most depressive thing that's been on mainstream radio since Evanescence's My Immortal. And like that, I turned the station when that song came on. Evanescence is too depressing for me, but at least her voice was fucking tolerable. This girl is so annoying. Like, she really does sound like that one girl, like in your freshman, like femininities class or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, it's like 5 a.m. here, guys, and I'm finishing up, and I'm very sleep drunk. Anyways, bear with me. But she sounds like that one girl in college that takes, like, all the, like, women in history classes 101, and sits there and writes shit like that about some guy that wronged her, and, like, sits under a tree playing an acoustic guitar and screaming about it, thinking she's the next Ani DeFranco. Anyway, that's my take on it. Would you guys like a volume 3? Can you think of any bad lyrics that I left off, perhaps? Please let me know. Until then, I will catch you on the flip side. Bye! Have a wonderful Thanksgiving tomorrow.